guys, and welcome to another video. So today, we're going to be doing a pretty interesting topic. I'm going to show you guys something people have been doing in the game, and it's kind of a thing that sort of straddles the line between what's normal, healthy gameplay, and then also what you could really consider to be gameplay at all. You're probably looking at the title of the video and thinking that's a very odd, clickbaity, better than can possibly be true statement to make. But really it's true. People have been earning a fairly substantive amount of money in the game. People I personally know, and something I myself have been engaging in for very, very little effort. So in today's video, what I want to do is not really overblow the topic, but I do want to show you guys exactly how this is being done by people. It's a very basic idea. If you buy a lot of copies of Guild Wars 2, you can start getting a lot of free gold. And since a couple of sales have gone by, it's become more prominent. So what am I talking about here? Let's get straight into it. You'll notice I'm on my desktop right now. You notice in the bottom right-hand corner, it's currently 1:15 in the morning. What does that mean for me in my time zone? That means reset just happened. Oh yes, so when I come into game, as I will right now, you'll notice I get a login reward. Login rewards are fairly well understood, I would hope, by most of us as players, and it's actually through these that you're just going to be earning money. The essential concept here is, if you buy enough Guild Wars 2 accounts and you collect enough login rewards every day, then you can get a lot of money coming from nowhere. And you might immediately be like, wow, that's so stupid, Wooden Potatoes. What are you talking about? You get barely anything from login rewards at all. And for the most part, I would agree with you. Here you'll see we've got my 22nd day of login rewards. And what do we really get here? We get Mystic Coins for login rewards. These can't really be traded in any super feasible way to be turned into money. Luck definitely can't. Black Lion goods are going to be account bound when we get them. They can't. The celebration booster is the same. Transmutation charge is the same. Experience is the same. The only things we really get through all of these login rewards, even this exotic equipment, okay, you might think, oh yeah, every month you can get like a couple of gold because you'll get a free bit of exotic equipment sent on the trading post. Boom, there you go, send it back to your main account. Well, that's account bound too. The only thing really that benefits us here are laurels. Now the thing is, laurels we used to actually have to play the game to acquire. They came as a part of our daily rewards, which now really just come for individual prizes many of us don't care about, aside from like say the 10 AP, and they were very limited. However, now if you collect a whole month's worth of laurels each month and then choose laurels from your chest of loyalty too, you can get a fair amount of them. And laurels can be traded for a variety of things. Let's go to a laurel trader, for example. Oh, there's one right near us, actually. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever been to the Char Laurel Merchant, which is kind of interesting, I suppose. I always go to DR. Laurels can be spent on a variety of things. Most of the time, if you're trying to spend laurels to earn money, you're going to go wrong. Like, you could try unidentified dyes. This is a huge gamble. Most of this stuff is going to be account bound, but specifically, you can buy heavy crafting material bags. These contain T6 crafting mats, which are always in high demand from players. So each month, you can actually begin piling up a lot of T6. T6 that you can use yourself, say in Legendary Crafting, or just sell straight up on the trading post. And if you were to do this on not just your main account, but on, say, an alternate account that you don't really play, suddenly you have a big advantage over other players. In fact, let's say you do it for 2 months. Let's say you have 2 spare accounts laying around and you do it on both of those. The numbers can get quite significant, and in fact for about a month and a half's worth of effort I've actually been doing this on alternate accounts of my own just to show you guys. So let's log on to one of those characters and see what we've got. So here we go. This is my second account. This is an account I've barely ever played. This is my highest level character, who is only level 22. This is an account I bought back at launch when I was testing out an initial Let's Play series that never ended up really going very far. However, I've been logging in. I've been getting my login rewards. This is my second cycle through the login rewards. Here we got a chest of Black Line goods, which doesn't give us anything for this day. But here in her inventory, as you'll see, we've got a bunch of maps as well I'll talk about soon. We get a bunch of login reward items. Let's double click them. Let's consume them and see exactly what comes out of these. We could probably have left the Black Lion goods alone. Mostly what we want to do though is go for our bags of laurels. You can leave the Mystic Coins, the luck will stack up together, the Black Lion goods will probably not be super beneficial to you. Bags of crafting materials actually are useful to you, which you'll be getting every month, so we open those. I'll deposit those there. A couple more bags of experience. The exotic equipment we can ignore. More laurels, more laurels. Then with the chest of loyalty, we're going to grab even more laurels. We're going to get a further 20 laurels for our account, for nothing. You could try and go for ascended crafting materials, but it's absolutely not worth it. So we'll get our plentiful laurels here. Open these up, a bit of gold to find. This account now has 70 laurels. Awesome. So with 70 laurels, we can come to a laurel merchant. we can scroll down and we can grab a bunch of heavy crafting bags. It's just gonna hurt my fingers a little bit. And there we go, we have 70 heavy crafting bags. Now we'll double click all of these. Very quickly, there we go, once these have all been acquired here, we can choose to sell on the trading post, sell these directly up, and you'll see here we get about 11 gold from our Vicious Claws, we're going to get about 4 gold from our Powerful Venom Sacs, we're going to get 5 gold from the Vicious Fangs, 7 from the Elaborate Totems, 8 from our Ancient Bones, I'll actually sell them as we go through, 8 more from our Armored Scales. I'm almost out of money for the listing fees here. In fact, I am out of money. 16 gold for that blood. And lastly, 6 gold for our Crystalline Dust. So, that's a fair amount of gold. I now have 61 gold on this account for not having done anything. That's pretty nice, right? I can mail that immediately over to my main accounts. And voila. Now, that was for just a month and a half-ish worth of effort on my laurels. What if I had another account? What if I had another account after that too? And what you guys will find is actually a lot of players during those big, deep discount sales for Guild Wars 2 before they announced Heart of Thorns pre-purchase took big advantage of this. You can kind of compare the real world money to gems, and if you consider, say, that a fresh copy of Guild Wars 2 during those sales was around 800 gems, you can actually then, in terms of the gold you get, in just a couple of months, that account is actually kind of paid for itself in terms of in-game gold. Then, from then on, everything you do on those spare accounts is just pure profit rolling in. I did this on 2 different accounts. I'll show you my other one very shortly. And, you know, this is just a whole ton of gold that I can be getting for not doing anything every month. Total transparency, I was pretty excited about doing this video a while ago, actually. Before they announced pre-purchase for Heart of Thorns, I was very much expecting them to go on big discounts again for the game, and I was like, hey, I'll show people how to do this if they want to buy extra copies of the game, if they want to buy it for family members when Heart of Thorns comes out, stuff like that, then I'll tell people about this. Maybe they'll use my link. That can benefit me a lot. But the truth is, I think now that Heart of Thorns is fully available and it comes with Guild Wars 2, I doubt we'll really see any Guild Wars 2 discounts directly from ArenaNet anymore. And if you do want to take big advantage of this, of course, you can spend a lot of real-world money. It's kind of like buying gold that keeps giving if you put the effort in. Do consider there are other places like Amazon and stuff like that that, of course, don't benefit me in any way, but could still be available. Hey, it doesn't stop there, though. Let's go on to my other account. I'll show you guys something else you can do with spare accounts. Now, this here is my other account, once again, bought for sometime around launch for the Let's Play. This was actually a character I was playing on during the series. Once again, been collecting a couple of random login rewards, just coming every now and then. This one's actually made a bit more progress. This is almost through its 2nd month complete. Got a bunch of laurels waiting around for me. Here, I've got 36 laurels already, plus a bunch, of course, waiting in these items. But you'll notice here, I'm actually stationed at the end of the jumping puzzle in Lion's Arch. You'll also notice that my character's around level 24. Now, this is another benefit of having alternate accounts. This one's existed for a long time, since the game came out. You can actually fill up all those character slots on your alternate account. So here, as you can see, I've only done it with 2 characters here, but you can fill up all of those character slots, log in on them, leave them at the end of jumping puzzles, and as long as you are between the level 21 to 35 range, you have a chance of getting rare items out of these chests, specifically these silver doubloons. Now, those of you who have ever made the Juggernaut will know about these things. They're very rare. You don't often see them because they are a low level drop, and most people just get to 80 very quickly in Guild Wars 2 now, and each one is worth a fair amount of money. I've got 3, so they are rare, but you can log into every character on that account, fill it up, press F on a chest, so now all you have to do is grab a login reward, and by pressing F, you have even more money flowing in. You have 4 gold flowing in. This is something you actually see people do on their main accounts as well, and something you guys can take advantage of on your main account. If you've got, like, spare characters sitting around that are a low level, you can station them around random jumping puzzle chests and just press F on them once a day for a chance to get these. And here you'll see I've got 6 gold waiting on this account before I've even done any of the laurel stuff, before I've even done any of the T6 material stuff. And so, now I'm guessing a lot of you guys watching this video are going to be quite divided. There'll be some of you who are already convinced by this and thinking, damn, I can do this, I can find some kind of a spare account. Maybe you've already got a spare account lying around, you want to jump on the bandwagon. Some of you still, though, doubtless are listening to me thinking, oh, this is a lot of aggro. Do I really want to, every day? Are you suggesting, Wood Potatoes, that I would buy like 5 accounts of Guild Wars 2 on a sale somewhere, and then spend every day of my life going to the login screen, typing out the details, typing out the password, logging in, coming in, grabbing the reward, logging out, doing it again? That sounds like a lot of hassle, right? Well, no. Again, ArenaNet's kind of made it easy for us. They made it easy for us in the first instance by changing login rewards this way. But further, there are command line arguments that people can use to their benefit. So here you guys will see I'm in my Guild Wars 2 directory folder. If you're unfamiliar with how command line arguments work, this is why in some of my videos you'll see I have extra information on my loading screens. That's a command line argument you can use to pull extra information from the client, get like loading screen percentages and stuff like that. They're very simple to run. All you have to do is create a shortcut to your guildwars2.exe, drag it wherever you like. You'll notice that already on my desktop I've got 2 of these set up, and through command line arguments you can actually skip the patch UI altogether. The patch UI being the little box that pops up where the game will patch and then you're actually asked to enter your login credentials. Well, actually by going to the properties of the Guild Wars 2 shortcut, you can add a couple of command line arguments that really streamline the process. You can type -no patch UI, which will make the game, if the game is already patched, skip the login screen altogether. And then you simply type -email, and then my email at emailservice.com, and then -password, and then whatever your password is. And then once you've done this and you apply it, just as I have with these 2 up here, all you have to do is double click the icon once a day. Not only do you not have to type any of your login credentials, not only do you have to wait for the patch screen or anything, it will instantly, as you can see here, this is real time, there's been no editing or anything like this, it just throws you directly into the character select screen. You double click, you grab your login reward, you Alt F4 out, and there you go. And if you don't care for a long loading screen into Lion's Arch every day, you put it in an area of the world where you know that your system loads the game very fast. So yeah, it's really quite simple, and that's the whole process for you guys. I'm showing this for 2 reasons. Number 1, yeah, I think some people might like to do it. But number 2, again, as I mentioned at the start of the video, I kind of want to discuss, what do you think about this? Is this healthy for the game? Overall, I don't think it's a huge deal. I think ArenaNet must have known that people would be doing this with their login rewards, and the issues only, if you're going to call it an issue, has become a bit more pronounced since sales. But I'm very curious about your guys' stance. I get that there's a bit of a vibe out there where people say, yeah, ArenaNet probably do know. They're just not going to do anything about it because in the end, this is just something that gets them money, right? There's another argument in saying, oh, just because these people bought lots of copies and spent lots of money, they have an advantage over me. Well, aren't we already in that position, being allowed to buy gems? The only difference is that now we're buying gems and converting them to gold, but then the gold just keeps giving and giving and giving, and the more you do it, like, the more you profit long term, while ArenaNet doesn't. And perhaps, above all reasons, that could be why they ultimately nip this in the bud. If they ever do, that is. And that's pretty much it. That's how it's done. I hope you guys appreciate the guide. I haven't done one of these since the World Boss Train guide, which was a while ago now. Keep an eye out for sales on Guild Wars 2's website. If you are going to try this out, if you're buying for someone else, I do, as I say, have a link down below. It would help if you guys use it. But yeah, it might be better actually, honestly, to go to other places like Amazon and places you'll find Guild Wars 2 is standalone and quite cheap. Anyway, there you go, guys. Weird video for today, and I'd love to hear what you think. I'll catch you next time, everyone.